Everything I do, I'm doing for you. I'm out on these streets, I'm protecting you. Everybody got a hit on you because you want to out every rapper from Diddy, Meth, all these people because you're calling them out. You got a coke habit, but I'm boring. I just wanted to have some fun.
Yeah, have you ever cheat on me again, Kevin? I swear. And I promise you, you will lose me. You will lose me.
I took him back.
I've smoked crack.
I watched the documentary and movie yet, but from the parts I've seen, I don't see the truth. Especially how y'all telling me Kelvin was portrayed.
Yeah, at first he was portrayed as a very nice, very supportive.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I didn't expect all that.
A great guy, really did.
And she went through a lot with her miscarriages and
and he was always there by her side.
Shout out to my husband. I'm still wearing my ring. He's my best friend. He's my lover. He's all this and he's all that. I know what you've been seeing, and I knew what the streets have been talking about.
Wendy set the record straight on reports that her husband, Kevin Hunter, allegedly had a years-long affair with a massage therapist.
I am still very much in love with my husband, and anybody who's been married for 5 minutes or 500 years, you know, marriages have ebbs and flows. Marriages are not easy. Don't ask me about mine until you see this gone.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Now, in April, you filed for divorce from your husband.
Correct.
Kevin, after nearly 22 years of marriage.
Correct.
And
25 years being together.
Being together.
Correct.
And because of his infidelity.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
You know, infidelity is one thing. A full baby is a whole nother topic. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you said in the New York Times Magazine, I'm a very forgiving person, but there's one thing I could never be a part of, and that one thing happened.
Mm-hmm. Well.
And that was it.
Yeah.
The baby did it.
A baby. I'm not changing Pampers. I want to be pampered.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Good luck. Hello.
Yeah. I've smoked crack.
Always been silent about it, but after a new report on the website Love B. Scott, which questioned her health and claimed her husband's mistress is pregnant with his baby, Wendy's lawyer has sent a cease and desist letter to the website saying, in part, Mrs. Wendy Williams, Hunter, and Mr. Kevin Hunter categorically deny each and every allegation made by your sources.
Now, Love B. Scott hasn't removed their article yet, and they say, we also find it super hypocritical that a woman who frequently uses our exclusive tea about others as hot topics for her show wants to send cease and desist letters when the tea is about her.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, so that's where we're getting to with this, because this really happened with the talk with Julie Chen, that people were saying, like, how is she going to come back on the show and kind of comment on other people's personal lives? Yeah, so again, this is the danger where you have a show like this where you do, spill the tea on other people and talk about these rumors about celebrities. So yeah, now, I mean, she'll be back on air today, I think.
Yeah, but I think she has the platform, like she does have this platform where she can talk for herself.
Foster, who is a singer that Kevin Hunter signed, has now gone on a show, Tasha K, on Wine with Tasha K, and done a sit-down interview where he talks about his relationship with Kevin Hunter, and it's not what you think. It appears that it was not just a business relationship. They were actually, according to Avion Foster, allegedly having gay sex.
Next.
Something else that you often, I guess, mention about you've been addicted to various substances, whatever. I don't really know the details.
No, just one.
One.
Cocaine.
Okay.
And that's been so over. It's like over 25 years ago. Like at the time I met Kevin was the time for me to make changes in my life.
So, but you also just moved into what they call a sober house.
Well, that was the place to go where you can really plot on the next part of your life. You know,
like rehab.
When you see, but you know what? Without rehab, without wine. Rehab where they take your phone and lock it in a safe, so people can't call me and inject their opinions on my life because you know it's been a very, very difficult time. I couldn't talk to my mom. You know, who wants to burden her? Right. I couldn't talk to my sister. Who wants to? And most of my girlfriends would have said, you should have left him a long time ago. I've smoked crack. I've smoked crack. I've cooked coke. I've sniffed it. I spent 10 years sneaking and doing and lying and betraying, and it's not something I'm ashamed of because it's part of what makes me who I am today. Maybe that's why I ask you about the wigs and the weaves and let it all hang out even more so, because there's nothing worse than doing drugs. And cocaine was my choice of drug.
It's time for our How You Doing Halloween costume contest.
I've smoked crack.
Next.
Kids?
Yes.
Yes. How old are they?
10 and 14.
There you go. But they are getting a divorce. The divorce is not finalized. You still wear your ring?
You got something on your hand too, so I ain't talking about.
No, this is not. I was locked away at a place that I didn't belong because I'm not an addict. I was addicted to coke and I quit on my own. It took 4 days and I was an 8-ball girl by myself.
Yeah, that was something else I wanted to talk about, but go ahead.
You know, with the only thing I did, I smoked a blunt with with Method Man, while I gave him a bath, and it was a one-night stand. And
what?
And he'll deny it, maybe not. You know,
that wasn't in the movie.
It wasn't in the movie. It wasn't in the movie because Method Man is still very angry at me.
For what?
I don't know, for being me, for telling the truth. It was one night we were in the club, a fight broke out and gunshots broke out. The fight was ridiculous.
She was sick or something like that, right?
Yeah, she was sick.
Is she all right
now?
I'd
like to thank Wendy Williams for bringing that to the masses because she didn't have to go on the radio and say that shit. I like to keep stuff like that private, but yeah, she was sick.
But everything's all right now. All right.
Better than what it was.
Well, then that's what's up, man.
Definitely
That's what's
better
up.
than what it was.
That's what's up, man. I know a lot of us go through it, you know what I mean?
I be feeling like, yo, that ain't nobody fucking business right there, though.
Nevertheless, it hurt. The second one was 5 months. The name was picked out. The nursery was set up. We had purchased clothes. I was out in public. At the time I was on the radio, so I was talking about it on the radio. I had already gained, because I did eat a lot. I gained about 30 pounds in just the 6 months part, and I was on my way. And my water broke. And I went to the hospital, and they hung me upside down in the bed, and the baby died. And it was, then we tried again. Okay. And I changed doctors. I changed status at my doctor's. My folder was red, and I was a high-risk patient. And I wasn't on bed rest, and then I had another 5-month miscarriage. So after 3, at this point, my husband and I were married, but I was ready to divorce him in the name of love, because I felt there was something wrong with me, and why should I make him suffer? And I tried again because I tried again. We talked about adoption, and he was down with it also. But I tried again because getting pregnant was never my problem, and I had the support of my parents. I also did not go out in public. I was on bed rest, so it was a lot easier when people weren't looking at my stomach or people around saying, "How do you feel? How do you feel?" Yeah. We did not have sex because during that time, because I did not want to do anything to agitate the area. I only stood up for 15 minutes a day. And I had the monitor in the house, and I tried because, like you, I am strong. But like you, we can both be broken down. But like you, I wanted a baby bad. And you will go on and try this again. And you'll take all the precautions that your doctors say, plus more. And our little Kevin now is 9 years old. And
Next.
You slept with, you allegedly got her pregnant. Listen to, let me draw up the skeleton, Judge, and then you fill in the meat.
Wendy, I didn't read that part. Now you making that up.
Okay, let me draw up.
Now you and WBLS about to be sued for defamation. You gonna make some stuff
Okay,
up here
Judge, you
wasn't even alleged.
Okay.
Now that's called defamation.
All right.
That's called defamation, Wendy.
Okay.
She did not allege that.
All right, well, look.
I'll tell you what she alleged, and it wasn't that.
All right, you tell me what she alleged. alleged, Judge, in all of your anger.
I'm not angry.
Yes,
no.
you are. Yes, you are.
I'm not angry.
Okay.
She said that she had an encounter with me where I was getting high.
Doing cocaine.
Doing
Brought to you
cocaine.
by
You've been addicted
Classic
to most of your
Throwback
life and
TV.
still addicted to based on your nasal passages and all these days you're missing at work and going in and out of the bathroom right while I'm here in the studio. As I told you, I've never used
New York
cocaine
City,
in
are
my
you following
life.
me?
Listen, I've never used cocaine in my life.
Okay, well,
never in my
tell
life.
me what else she alleged,
So,
Judge.
She also alleged that I asked her to sleep with my wife.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, and so, and if you want to believe that ridiculous nonsense, you feel free to. But and you want to keep fueling it when no one else has even asked me about it.
Nobody else keeps it real like
everyone
this.
in the media knows that tabloids print trash, but every week that they pay people to come up with you or anyone in this studio can go to a tabloid and tell them, I want to sell you a story on someone, and they'll buy it. Right. And if that's the type of stuff that you fuel on your show, feel free to. But I don't know what else you want me to tell you.
I also got
I didn't do it.
I also
and
got
I
it
have
from
nothing to do with it. And I
listen.
don't know the woman, never met her, never used cocaine. Now, let's talk about fueling your stuff. You, on the other hand, have admitted to being addicted to cocaine.
Absolutely.
Secondly, you continue to show symptoms of your addiction.
Okay.
Lastly,
what
I
are those
heard that
symptoms? Tell me.
These nasal passages you keep coughing up.
And I did Afrin.
This eternal cold that you continue to have.
Yes,
that you can't have to come to work because every other week, and now you're even stupid so low as to blame it on your baby, your newborn. How low can you get? That's about as low as you can get to blame your child for your cocaine addiction. Then, lastly, your bisexual activity. I'm sure your audience want to know about that. I've heard that rumor.
I'm sure my husband would love that.
Yeah. Oh, he watches? Does he watch when you do it?
Yes. Don't you know?
No, I don't know. I didn't know you were that low down. Lastly, we can continue with what I heard about all those abortions. Like 8? You had 8 abortions? That's what I heard. That's the rumor.
How
now you want to keep
interesting.
fueling that? Did you write about that in your book?
I wrote about abortion in my book.
All 8 of them?
Yes, I wrote.
8? Ooh,
I have an abortion.
goodness.
Unlike you, Judge,
You're
I'll
the
be
worst.
smarter
I
about
think
my
these
book. I don't
sponsors
reveal
continue to-
everything.
Lastly,
Judge.
your bisexual activity. I'm sure your audience want to know about that. I've heard that rumor. 8? You had 8 abortions? That's what I heard. That's the rumor.
How
Now you want to keep
interesting.
fueling that? The
Information
sponsors
that they need to
continue
get.
to finance this radio show knowing that you had 8 abortions, a cocaine addict, and a bisexual. Sponsors continue to put up money for this show.
You know what, Judge? You are
better watch out for
protesting.
that article where I'm supposed to beating up the Reverend. Me and Reverend Jackson jumped on a preacher in L.A. You didn't see that?
No.
Or you just too fixated on drugs and sex to discuss that? Is that your problem?
I
'Cause you
didn't
got
see
a
that
real
one.
fixation with drugs and sex, and that's all you talk about from what I understand
Tell
on
us-
your show.
tell us
And
about
now
the
we know
beatdown.
why you had all those 8 abortions. My God, do you have any spirituality in you at all?
Tell
you
us
need to go
about-
to church. What church do you go
Tell
to?
us about
'Cause you
this.
need God in your life.
Tell us
That's
about
what you
the
need.
beatdown,
And I'm not
Judge.
mad. Anyone that knows my show know that I don't take any disrespect or I don't let anybody say anything they want to me without me checking them real strong and real tough. And that's what you're getting today, Wendy. You're getting a real good checking. All right, which is what you need, and quite frankly, it's overdue. You get folks on your show, and you just think you can talk and say anything you want to them. Well, that's what I do on my show, and my show has higher ratings than yours. So I'm trumping
Very
you today.
interesting
I'm
part of it.
trumping you today.
No, you're not
and I'm
trumping
letting
me,
you know
Judge.
That you're gonna have to listen. 'Cause I'm
You're
giving the
actually
orders.
not
I am
trumping
the
anything.
judge.
What me and my audience talk about we talk about on a regular.
Contest. We do it every year. It's always a lot of fun. So let's get started. Our first caress